Alright, so I want to clear something up. There is a misconception that I think needs to be known and needs to be understood about this community, the ape community on YouTube. You all, this entire congregation of people, could poof, disappear from the AMC movement, and it would still be fine. It'll still be okay. Does not matter at all. People seem to think that there's like millions of people, like all 4 million of the retail investors in AMC are on YouTube, and no, not at all. Less than 500,000 can be provably linked to YouTube. Now, when I first started watching shit back in March, Trey was this was the guy leading this whole organized, whatever you want to call it, the AMC charge, I guess, if you will. And he's about doubled his subscribers from where he was in March to now. But he's less than 400,000 subscribers. Now, people are seemingly not remembering what you learned in math in elementary school. And this guy here, every one of these subscribers is pretty much everyone else's subscribers too. So when you look at him and you look at Matt Kors, you're not like going, oh, there's like 700,000 of the investors right there. No. His 300,000 or whatever he has, high likelihood that they're the same ones subscribed to Trey also. I know they are, because Trey used to live stream, and then when he would cut out, all of them would go over to Matt Kors after that. And that's exactly how that worked. So it's safe to say that Trey holds the highest subscriber volume out of all the YouTubers, and he would be the prime number that I'm looking at to explain this scenario here. So 300, 400,000 subscribers. So you subtract that from 4 million, you've got over 3.5 million other individual retail investors in this ordeal. They're not apes. They're not that whole thing. Like me, I was invested in AMC and all that shit way before I found out that there was a short squeeze thing going on. And there's a lot more people. Like Reddit was really where this picked up and caught traction. And then these guys decided to capitalize on it through YouTube, which whatever. It's a good way to get information out there. Get your face out there. People are on YouTube all the time. It's easier to get information from a channel like this than to sift through Reddit posts. But again, there's so many people out here making videos and shit saying like, well, why are you guys? You're trying to make everyone go away, and if they go away, then what? Like, then what? What are we gonna do? Me, I'm gonna be just fine. So will AMC overall, because there is 3.5 million investors that don't play this game, that aren't interested in this shit. They understand it from an intellectual level, which is why a lot of them are in there. So that whole narrative is ridiculous to me. Seriously, it's absolutely ridiculous. All 400,000 subscribers and whatever they hold in AMC could sell, and we'd be fine. We would still be 100% okay. They do not. This is not a large enough base of apes or whatever to really do significant damage to what's going on. If they were to disappear, maybe a little hiccup, a little tiny hiccup, something, but it's seriously not that big a deal. Like I said, it was funny at first. The whole apes were apes, blah, blah, blah. Fuck the hedge funds, they're so smart and we're dumb. Yeah, we'll be dumb, blah, blah, blah. You know, it was cute at first. But it's not anymore. And I was waiting to see this. I was waiting for this to happen, for these guys to completely revert back to what they were doing before June 2nd. Because that's the only move they have left. That's it. If they want to save face and save their channel and their subscriber base, they got to go back to doing what they were doing before June 2nd, before there was all these crazy questions and shit. Like I said, where we're sitting now, for me, we're basically with this between like 32, 40 fucking bounce. It's our new 10 to 14.50. That's basically what it is. That's where we're sitting at now. The new $10 to $14.50 range. So, and we need a clean break over like $45, a clean break to the upside and hold to really see significant movement again in this stock, in my opinion. Just my opinion. But this is not the glue that holds this play together at all. Not even remotely close. Less than 500,000. That's a very tiny fraction of 400 million. That's not a big deal. It's 1/8. 1/8. That if you poofed and dipped out, whatever. Not a big fucking deal, man. Seriously, not a big deal. So that's why I don't get all worked up over it. I just think it's funny. I just don't like these guys putting bad information out there, leading you to make bad decisions, or making money off of you without offering something back in return. Like, that shit like that bothers me. I don't like it. I don't like it as a whole. And I know that of these 400,000 people here, a lot of them are brand new to investing as a whole. AMC is your first purchase, maybe only purchase. And aside from that, and what these guys tell you, you don't know anything else about the stock market. That's dangerous. Very dangerous way to invest. And that's part of the reason, like I said, why I started a channel. I started making content with valuable information for you guys to maybe understand a little bit more of what's going on here, the shit these guys aren't telling you. So I just want to make that clear, because I don't want that narrative being pushed through this little tiny part of the play and people freaking out and whatever the case may be. If you woke up and all these guys were gone and disappeared and whatever, it really wouldn't be a big deal. I promise you it wouldn't be a big deal. All these guys could be gone like fucking Thanos, clapped, snapped, bapped, whatever, done. And everything would be okay. It would be just fine. Like, the only thing I'm doing is calling these guys out on their bullshit for what they've done, have continued to do, that's harmful to you. That's all. I don't give a fuck if they stay, if they go, doesn't matter. But if they're going to stay while they're here, I'm not going to sit here and watch them lure you guys into fucked up situations that cost you money, essentially. So I just want to make that clear. Very, very clear. If you see all his subscribers, and then you go to, like, say TMI, I think he's just over 50,000 now. Wrench has got like 100,000. All of those, you're not adding them up individually. All those guys are most likely part of this right here. And that is a small fraction of the many, many independent retail traders in this play. So don't get scared about none of that shit. Don't let that narrative infect your brain and make you freak out or do something dumb. Everyone knows that nothing's changed. Like I said, this whole, I'm holding, you're holding, we holding, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, duh. No shit. So, and again, if everyone in this 380,000 decided they didn't want to hold anymore, I don't get, who gives a fuck? I don't care. You're not going to hurt the overall play or the people that are, intelligent enough to do their own research and have an understanding of what this is beyond the YouTube community and what they got going on. So I just wanted to bring that to people's attention, because I'm seeing it starting to kind of snake its way through here, and I'm seeing people come out like crying that, I've been talking about this for so long. I talk about GME and all this other shit way before anybody else, which isn't true. Roaring Kitty was doing his thing before any of these guys, any decided to start talking about GME and or AMC. It all came from Roaring Kitty, which is why y'all's channels never gained any traction, because you weren't saying anything that even came close to the equivalent of what Roaring Kitties was putting out there as far as information, DD, what have you. So don't let any of this shit worry you guys. There's over 3.5 million of us, like me, that they're not holding, or not selling. They're gonna hold this thing till it squeezes. And even on the downside, if it doesn't, if for whatever reason, if it didn't, you should be okay, because you shouldn't have everything you own invested in a gamble. You just shouldn't. Like, you should have a comfortable amount of money that you would be okay if you lost it. Like, you should never have more than that in any one particular play. It should always be something you are comfortable losing. Always. Because no one knows what is going to happen. We can just do the DD that we do and, make the best informed decision based on the facts that we have in front of us. And, that's that. And all those facts say, yeah, this shit's going to blow the fuck up. It is going to skyrocket. When? We don't know. We're fighting a fucking gigantic hedge fund, like the biggest hedge fund. These fuckers own the market, basically. Like, this ain't a fucking joke. I don't know why people thought that they were just going to roll over and just take it and be like, oh man, they got us. You guys win. You're so good at this. Yeah, no, hell no. I'm grateful for them. I've learned so much about shit that I did not know. Things that you could do that I didn't know you could do because of this. And if you're sitting here not learning anything about what's going on, you're the one who's really losing in this. You're the one who is losing 100%. You're gaining nothing. You're not getting money. You're not getting intelligent information to just soak up into your brain. So, again, don't freak out about this little narrative that's coming through the fucking community, the YouTube community. Like I said, there's 3.5 million of us that we're individuals who just, that's key word. We're individuals. Keep to ourselves. We do our own thing with our investments. We don't lean and rely on 400,000 people that have never invested before in their lives to hold up our play and help us make decisions on what we're going to do. So, just want to get that out there. Start off the week good. I gotta go look at some charts and shit. I haven't even peeked at them yet. Put another video out soon.